Hello there, my name is Sydney and welcome to the Drunken Ork. So, we've had a launch, haven't we? A Warhammer 40k launch focusing on orcs. Oh, exciting stuff. I'm buzzing. So, what I'm going to do is, we're going to go through the website and see what's what, have a look at the models, have a bit of a chat about them. And by chat, I mean I'm going to talk, and hopefully you'll hear and join in the comments. So, hit like, hit subscribe, tickle me bell, and let's get cracking and see what's on the Warhammer community pages, shall we? So here we go, Warhammer Fest Online, Day 5, even more Warhammer 40,000. Welcome back to Warhammer Fest Online. We're on the 5th day of our action-packed festival of reveals. It's our second day of announcements for Warhammer 40,000. There's far too much to cram into just one day after all. Well, yes, I'll give you that. But a day is 24 hours, 35 minutes, bit short. You probably could have fit the whole week into one evening, to be fair, if you tried. But anyway, I'll guarantee there's something you weren't expecting below. The only thing below that I really wasn't expecting was Zodgrod Snaggas, because I was expecting him next Sunday. So yeah, nice. But you know, that's fine. You want to say what else has been going on this week? Nope, not really. Head to the Warhammer Fest Online hub to find everything collected in one convenient place. Well, if you want to, go and have a look. Might be your bag. I've had a look, to be fair, just in case there's anything good for converting. Nothing really took me fancy. There you go. If you missed a show, you can watch it there. It's worth a watch, to be fair. And earlier this week we stopped by the 41st Millennium and saw a full range of Adeptus Sororitas models that are coming soon, including the indomitable Morven Val. Okay. Is she the one who looks like Thora Hurd? The one in the white Hessian robes with just the face showing out? Because I like that. That was good. No use for it. Don't want it. But I liked it. I think it was a good paint job as well on the out. Well, the out face, to be fair. And the coat site of legendary Gaunt's Ghosts. Yeah, they're alright. Yeah, decent. Back to Warhammer 40,000. But things are looking a little greener than usual. Right. Now, it's a bit boring just listening to me read it out. So what we'll do here is we'll switch to the news.
Unless you've been living deep in the Underhive for the last few months, you'll have heard the approach of the Beast Snaggas orcs thundering closer every day. Now the initial wave is almost here. Soon you can start your next green tide with a box set featuring the Beast Snaggas orcs. You've seen a few of the Squighog boys already, but there's a whole mob of models in this box that are seeing the light of day for the first time. Mobs of mounted Beast Snaggas are often led into battle by a knob, much like their foot-slogging comrades. For these brutal warriors, the regular Squighog doesn't offer quite enough oomph on the charge. Instead, they ride ferocious smasher Squigs, adorned with a heavy armor plate that's perfect for becoming the living, snarling wrecking ball that all orcs aspire to be. Speaking of leaders, you may have noticed a particularly conspicuous gentleman with a rather wild crop of hair hanging around. Zodgrod Snaggas is one of a rare breed, a runthead for hire shunned by orc society for his wild and preposterous ideas. His supposedly absurd theory? Maybe grots aren't entirely useless after all. By using such unorky practices as positive reinforcement, Zodgrod lifts the runts under his care to heights other Gretchen can only dream of, much to the collective derision of his peers. This doesn't stop many of the Beast Snaggas grots from being used for classically creative orky engineering, however. Particularly unlucky types might find themselves as the brain in a new breed of smart weapon accompanying the Squighog boys. In addition to all these models that are perfect for starting a bestiary of your own, the new army box offers you the chance to get your hands on the full Orc Codex early. The standalone book's release is arriving a short time later. You know, when the vanguard approaches, the rest of the war isn't far behind. And now, for something completely different. Mega-armored war bosses have appeared in the Orc Codexes before, but didn't have their own miniature up until now. We're excited to finally show off the first true appearance for this much-requested model. Plenty of orcs are happy to adorn themselves in their mech boys creations, and when a war boss fancies shrugging off anti-tank weapons on his way to the scrap, they often reach for a suit of mega armor. Of course, the only reasonable weapon to carry at this point is the largest orc portable chopper we've ever seen. And luckily, a particularly courageous Gretchen is on hand to fire his shooter now that the boss's hands are full.
So there's the news. Exciting stuff. I mean, I'm excited. I don't know if you're excited. I hope you're excited. I think there's some really good things there. Let's have a look at some of the models in a little bit more detail now. Let's just do that. There we go. So there's the box. Okay, that's the army set box. Good artwork on the cover there, like that. It's very much in keeping with the style of went with all the other codexes. I don't know if it's the same artist. I wouldn't be surprised if it was. But no, I like that. It's got the Orky skull on. That's good. Yeah, it's a nice box. Great. I mean, to be honest with you, I'll look at the box and go, wow, what a great box. And then I'll open it, and then I'll empty it, and then I'll put it away. And eventually, unless it's a really strong box, it'll get binned. So, you know. But it's nice to have it on there. 26 minis, and 2 main questions that I've got about the box, which I'm sure everybody else has got as well, which is, how much is it going to be, and when's it going to be out? Price-wise, I wouldn't be surprised at around £125. I know it's got 26 minis in. I think there'll be 2 units of Boyz, 10 a piece, which should probably retail in the individual kits for around the £35 mark, maybe £37.50, £32.50. Same with the Squighog Boyz, and then maybe average £25 each for the 2 characters. The knob on the Squig might be a bit more, Zodgrod might be a bit less, but about the £50 mark. And you'll get a little bomb squig fella in with the Squighogs. So that's probably looking altogether at about £97.50, 140, £750 maybe. Plus a codex, so now 25, £175. You generally get a decent saving, so maybe it's 100, maybe it's around the 100 mark, 105, 95, might be closer to it. When's it out? Who knows? They were a little bit vague on that. Soon, but not too soon. Or later, but not too later. You know, nice. Lovely and vague, smashing. But anyway, yep, there's a box. So anyway, boxes. The minis, here we go. Yeah, now I like these. I do like them. I've got to be honest, when I saw the first one, the first boy it is, I was a bit, alright, no, it's alright, but I wasn't blown away. But after seeing the whole range, not the whole range, but you know what they've shown me, then yeah, no, I'm very much more excited with that. What I want to do is, before I go on to the Squighog Boyz, is have a look at the Boyz in a little bit more detail. Because I've been through these, and it is 20 there. 20 foot sluggers, if you like, not including Zodgrod. And that is 2 boxes of 10. I don't think you'll get them in boxes of 20, but you'll not get them in boxes of 20. I'm pretty sure of that. But again, that's just... you know, don't ask us where I'm getting this information. It's, you know. But, yeah, there's going to be boxes of 10. So let's have a look in a little bit more detail. Here we go. So I numbered them. I paired them up. Like matching pairs, you know, when you're a kid. There they are. There they are themselves. And there they are with the numbers. So I've zoomed in. Now, it's not going to be the best, because the picture wasn't... You know, it was a little bit pixelated. There we go. That's a pair. And you see, I mean, it's an identical pair. It's not similar. It's you know, piece for piece. Now, I don't know if there's going to be any sort of options with this, but if there was, I would have thought they would have shown that. You see, they're all just identical. I mean, there's a few to choose from. I say they're all identical. They're not all identical. That's not, most of them are. I would say 80% of them are. Real difference at all. Same bionic arm. When we get to this fella, now that's on the left. He's got the well, we'll just call it the gun. He's got a lot of what looks like fur on his back. Like, it almost looks like a wolf pelt, but I'm guessing obviously it's going to be Squig. And he's got a bionic left eye. Now the fella on the right has got the same pelty, squiggy thing on his head and the same bionic left eye, but he's holding the chopper. So they've swapped the arms there, have been swapped out. But same legs as well, shin pads and pouches and whatever look identical. So there's a little bit of choice there. You can give him the gun. You can give him... I imagine he's got a slugger on his right hand as well as a chopper. You know, you can kit him out whichever way you want. But there's a... You know, is that a glimmer of hope? It's not much to hang on to, but it's something. Now here, I've got a slightly better shot here of this fella. Now this was the first fella they showed when they started releasing the news about the Beast Snaggas. Now, I've left him at the end because I wanted to compare him to the boss. Again, better photo. Now, there's definite similarities here as well. I mean, yeah, let's be honest. The arms, no. No. The head, no. The armour, no. Even the body. The bodies are they're similar, but you know they're all going to be relatively similar, I suppose. But they're different enough to say, yeah, I think they're different. But the legs, they're the same legs. Same pose, left foot forward, right foot back. Left boot has toe cap, shin guard, hole in the knee, and a seam running up the top of the thigh. Right leg going back has the same spike on the knee. Has the same hole, well, just a little tiny hole, not enough to see skin, and a seam running up more on the inside of the left thigh, which you see the knob's got as well. The boy's got like his cocktail, the knob's got some cock ornaments. They're different, much like, you know, you get them in the knob kit currently. But they're the same legs. Now, I don't know if that means that you can just sack off a knob. You don't have to have a knob in the 10. You can just turn them into a boy like they've done on the left there, and maybe that's different. You know, currently you get the 11 models in the kit, 10 boys and a knob, and sometimes when you're making, you know, you're putting 2 or 3 boxes together, you just don't use the existing knobs because you only need 30. You don't need 33. So you drop a boy and you drop 2 knobs. Whereas this way, if you can just turn one of the boys into a knob, then it's saving them having to print as many minis, I suppose. I mean, it's not quite as good value as you're currently getting, but, you know, there we are. But yeah, I want to just have a look at those boys in more detail. They do look good. I think with all of them together, it's difficult to see, you know, the similarities, the duplicates don't stand out, they don't jump out at you, but when you're looking for them, you know, it's not particularly hard to find, but well, don't look for them. Right, what else we got? Oh, now him. You see this fella here. He's fantastic. I really do like that. I love the bionic arm. I love his gun. It's like a big revolver. I mean, it's got a look of something military on the end, but I think it's just going to be just a slugger. But it's a nice looking chunky pistol. I like the expression on his face as well. He's not putting up with any shit from anybody. Him. It's quality. The weapon slung over his back. It's just a boss knob. He's a solid looking lad. And I love the squig as well, the smasher squig. The only thing I wasn't too sure about at first, and I'm still not 100% sold on, is the bone plate. I'm saying bone. Under the steel plate on his forehead, like the natural. And I know that's what it looks like when you get what was them dinosaurs with the big bony bonds with the frill of bone around the outside. It looks like that, but maybe it's because of it just reminds me of mushrooms, which, you know, I realise is pretty apt, but I'm not 100% sold on that. But it might just be the colour. I like the plate. I like the fact he's got a vent on the side. What the hell's he got a vent for? He's got stunt pegs welded, like screwed into the side of him, bolted in. Stunt pegs on a squig, man. How awesome. And just a big old ring, sort of PS to his back for the fella to hold on to. I just think that's a good model, and he's a big lad and all. He is big. Looking at him here compared to the other Squighog boys. Now, if that's a 25mm base set for the little bomb squig, then those boys are going to be on the 70mm oval bases, I would have thought, which is in line with the new Warbike. I say not the new Warbikers, the newer base for the Warbikers, which means he is on a bigger base again. That's a much bigger base than the boys for the knob. So that's going to be, I would think, an Outrider base, which is a 90mm oval. So he's a big lad. He's a very big lad. So I'm looking forward to getting my hands on that, to be fair. Awesome. And there we go, and that's the Squighog boys. I do like them. And that little fella, he is good. I'm going to have a switch to a bigger picture of him. Yeah, he's a funny little fella, him. Snotling, riding a gyro-stabilised mono-wheeled squig strapped down with explosives. And don't forget, if that's not enough, he's got what looks like a nail to stab him with. I quite like the little face on him. He's definitely a snot. He's definitely got that sort of childlike look about him, but still a vicious little bastard. And then, like, the fact he's just grabbed onto the brows of the squig as well. He's got a handle or a bit of rope. He's just got the squig. No, I like that. Yeah, and I do like the The rest of the Squighog boys as well, to be fair. Like I say, the face has really grown on us. Wasn't too keen at first on the nose. It's still not my favourite bit. But do you know what? You see a model and you're not going to fall in love with absolutely every single part of it. I haven't got any models like that. I've got kits that I absolutely fucking love, but I could still pick a fault with it. It doesn't mean I'm going to shun the kit. It just means that I'll maybe try and change it myself, or do you know what? Just put up with it. But I do like them. I tell you what I do like as well. And you can see here, the picture is a bit blurred, but you can see the centre squig, certainly, there's a bit of a twist to the spine. The heads aren't all straightforward. Like when you see a guardsman, a rough rider, the ones riding horses, the horse's arse to the nose has a straight line connecting them which runs down the spine because the horse is being driven forward. It's fully under control and that guardsman's pointing at where he wants it to go. These squigs don't have that. It gives the impression that they're not quite tame or trained, or they're certainly not under control, and the orcs, just getting them best they can in the direction that they want to go, and is relying more on the squigs' belligerent ill-temperedness to attack the enemy as opposed to any training. If you don't control a horse, it won't do what you want in battle. It's not going to go, I'm going to attack him, let's get stuck in. It's a horse, it's just going to fuck off and eat grass or whatever. But a squig like that, it's going to attack anyway, and the orcs just sort of saying, let's attack what's over there. Just really suits the theme. Look, that's a cracking shot. That's a cracking photo of that. Like the orc sort of bearing down, arm cocked back with a spear at the ready to ram it through somebody. The squig looks fucking demented, and then just as it should be, peering round the back, slightly cowardly, with a little glint in his eye, there's a grot ready to have a dig as well. Put the boot in. I've got to be honest, he's got a bit of a fat belly, that squig. They talk about no ground clearance on the outrider bikes, but fuck, he's not getting out much height, is he? Look at that little stubby tail. I tell you what I like there, I like the ring on the orc's back. I think that orc's just grabbing onto the squig by the scruff of its neck. I know the knob's got a ring that goes through the squig's neck, the back of its neck, which he holds onto. But in this one, the orc's got the ring on his back for the grot to hang onto. He cares for his grot there. Yeah, awesome ones. I can't wait to get some. I definitely want to get some of these. I've never had snake bites before. I've always fancied a Squigoth, but I've never had them. But these are pushing us towards putting them in my army. And I do it like a soup, just whatever clans I like. Mostly at the moment it's Death Skulls and Bad Moons, with Goths are starting to make a bit of a push into that mix, and I don't see why not snake bites. But yeah, I'm really liking the look of these. So there you go. I'm excited. I'm pleased. I'm impressed. Are they perfect? No. Is anything perfect? No. So, I'm fine with that. I'm glad we're getting the treatment. New models are always good. Models we didn't ask for. Yeah, if you'd asked us before, do you want something you don't know about? No. But when I get it, it turns out I did want them. You're right. Yeah, you're right. For what they've said, just to reiterate, we can use these in any of the clans. So whichever clan you run, that's absolutely fine. And also, what else did they cover? Oh yeah, one thing they said. I'd rather the lad who looks like he's wearing the gym, or he runs or he eats carrot sticks or something like that. He said something about to look at what other codexes I had recently, what treatment they had, and the orcs were going through that. So the ones he mentioned, Space Marines, Necrons and Drukhari. So that's quite promising. All the units are getting a bit of an overhaul, bit of a tweak to make them more, competitive. I say competitive, just usable, I suppose. So we might be getting something in the array of maybe AP, dare we dream. You get AP and on choppers or even shooters. Choppers, I'd be happy with choppers. Just give us that on choppers. Don't be greedy, son. Don't be greedy. But yeah, good stuff. I'm looking forward to it. Now you might have noticed I didn't mention Zodgrod or the Warboss and Mega Armour because we're getting to about 20 minutes, and I don't want to keep sort of pushing on, make it too long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this vid out there, and then I'll do something just going over Zodgrod and the Warboss and Mega Armour. So look for a part 2. I hope you liked it. I hope it hasn't been too much of a, oh, this old shite again, are you still going now the same as everybody else? Although I'm sure I am. Hopefully it was entertaining. Take care now, look after yourself, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Soon you can start your next Green Tide with a box fist of fuck off. Soon you can start your next Green Tide with a box of particularly unlucky types might find themselves as the brain. This doesn't stop. This.
Fucking hell.